You have 3 children.
Yes.
What values did you try to pass on to them?
Well, I tried, first of all, to pass on a love of Yiddish. They don't speak Yiddish, but we have a standing joke. What did you learn in Schule? Sei sehr gut und gib mir die Salz. That was her big thing. So it rubbed off because my mother lived to a ripe old age. They didn't know my grandmother. And so when my mother would visit, or when we would visit her, she and I spoke in Yiddish, so they heard it. I don't think any of them will be a Yiddishist, but who knows, maybe. It came in handy when my second daughter was a nurse at Columbia Presbyterian, and she was told to explain the meds to one of the a Russian patient. There was a Ukrainian nurse who helped him, but she was going off duty. So Cindy saw what he was giving, and one thing she said, es ist für die Kishkis, because it was to help with elimination, digestion. And the other one, she said, es macht die Blut zu gehen. Mm-hmm. So it was heart medicine, and that was, she managed to do that. My youngest remembers a little more because I sang the same lullabies to all 3 of them, but he got hung up on saying goodnight. And so he had this little litany, Gute Nacht, ich hab dich sehr lieb, ich will dir sehen morgen, schlaf gesund. And he was in college, a year course. First he was on year course from Young Judea. And even from Israel, when we talk on the telephone, he'd say, Gute Nacht, schlaf gesund, etc. When he was in college, he had a year in England, or a semester abroad, and he did the same thing. But now that he's a father, he taught the children that. Mm-hmm. So the older one can say Gute Nacht very well. The younger one would say Gute Nacht, and her brother would say, it's Gute Nacht, helping her. But what did I imbue with them? My mother spent winters in Florida, and so I would call her on Friday evening, and what does one say? One says, Good Shabbos. And she'd say, oh, it's so, sehr gut zu reden mit dir. So I said, Ma, call more than Friday. So I'd call her a couple of times. She didn't have a private phone. She had to go stand near the payphone in this little rooming house. So we got into the habit that Friday night sagt man Good Shabbos. So my children all call. And last week, my son and his children didn't call. They always get on the phone and say, Good Shabbos, Bubby. So last Saturday, they called, and my grandson says, Bubby, this is for yesterday. Good Shabbos.